just 1 point away from tying Mike Marcotte's all-time Lincoln points record of 330, and 2 away from breaking it, Dave.
Marcotte, a famous name in lacrosse for Lincoln.
Here comes the face-off once again.
This time won by Lincoln.
A lot of those were won by Central Catholic, and now Lincoln has something to say about that, Dave. All the way back to the goalie. Tried to clear it away, and Central Catholic still retained possession in their own defensive third. Good pressure here from Lincoln. And some subs coming into the match.
No, we have a timeout.
Oh, timeout. So timeout called. What have you seen so far, Dave? What stood out to you the most?
Well, the thing that's the most is you can see Lincoln comes down. Their goals come quick. They don't set up. They don't do a lot of passing behind. They look for an open man in the middle. Get it. Well, we have 3.5 more minutes in the first quarter.
Right. This quarter's not even over yet. But Central Catholic, really talented team, and this should be an extremely intriguing game. Just to provide some context for you guys, for Central Catholic, they are fresh off of a loss recently. They had a 7-11 loss against Oregon on April 14th, 4-goal loss.
That was the OES, is that right?
That's right. It was against Oregon at Oregon Episcopal School in Southwest Portland. And the Lincoln Cardinal, on the other hand, they're scorching hot. They're riding a 4-game win streak. They most recently faced off against the Hillsboro Spartans on the road last Friday the 18th, who they shut out with a phenomenal 23-0 scoreline. First shutout of their season. Like I mentioned, Lincoln, they're 8-2 this season, and Central Catholic on the other end, they are 6-2. Lincoln, their last loss was a 2-20 defeat against Jesuit on April 9th.
Let me give you the top 10 teams in the state right now in boys lacrosse. Jesuit 1, Lake Ridge 2, Lincoln 3. Lincoln's 2 losses are the 2 teams above them, Jesuit and Lake Ridge. OES is 4, Westland is 5, Summit is 6, Grant is 7, Sunset 8, Clackamas 9, and Sherwood 10.
Thanks for that update. And Lincoln's head coach, it's Adrian McCullough, who is in his 4th year at the helm for Lincoln. And for the Rams, it is Dave Sanford in his first year as the head coach for the Rams, Dave. But he's coached for a long time, including at Oregon State University and some other various places.
Not only that, he's a former color commentator for Oregon Sports Beat. Him and I did the state lacrosse tournament a couple of years. And he's a coach for the U.S. U18 lacrosse team.
Big opportunity once again, and it's another goal. Have yourselves a night, Lincoln.
Wow.
That time it's Karsten Jacobson with the finish to make it 5-0 early in this first quarter.
That coming at 3:30 left. We got plenty of time for more goals.
Yep, 5-0 the score. Lincoln on top early. Carson Jacobson with a nice goal there. Yeah, as you mentioned, Dave, head coach of the Rams, Dave Sanford, he is the True Lacrosse National Team 2027 boys head coach. And he did coach at Oregon State for the men's team, and it's his first year with the Rams, but he's been coaching for about 20 years.
You know, the 2028 Olympics is going to have lacrosse. It's the first time, and so all the lacrosse people are excited about that. It's going to be a different form, though. It's going to be box lacrosse, and it'll have 6 players on a team. So
instead of 10.
Instead of the 10.
That's interesting.
And it's an indoor game.
So no more windy nights during the Olympics for lacrosse, it seems like, yeah. Here come the Cardinals on the attack once again. Driving inside. Kicks it out. Big opportunity brewing for Lincoln. Lahamadou with it again. Cuts it back. Shoots. Oh, just wide right. Ricochets.
Did you see him go low on that shot?
I did.
He tried to skip it underneath the goalie, and the goalie did get down on his knees. Good job by Orozco.
Yeah, great awareness there from Orozco. As you mentioned, Lahamadou Went bottom right bins, but just wide right that time. And now it's the Cardinal with it again, working on the offensive end. Rams bring 2. Cuts it back again behind the keeper. Roscoe now rips it. Oh, and it's just ricochets out.
You know, Jack, if we had I'm not keeping time of possession, but if I was, it'd be about 75% Lincoln.
I have to agree with you. Yeah, Lincoln's really dominated the possession, and they've dominated the game so far. 5-0 the score. Lincoln with a commanding lead. As it currently stands, a big chance for the Cardinal once again. Shoots and scores.
Wow.
Camden Schnebley. It's a hat trick. 3 goals for him. Hats off to you, sir.
Spun around, got the shot away underneath the goalie. Hat trick in the first quarter for Camden Schnebley. That coming at 2:03.
Impressive stuff here that we're witnessing. Schnebley with a hat trick, and not just a game, Dave, but in a quarter. I've never seen that before.
Wow, 6-0.
6-0 the score line currently. Another face-off once again after Schnebley's 3rd goal of the evening. Fight forward in the middle. Rams pick it up. Here comes Drew Newberry. On that near far sideline. Blows by a couple defenders. Now he's going inside. Turns around. And he finds Lizotte here. Lizotte to Casey. Driving inside now is Martin. Nice pass. Oh, what a save.
High shot.
Brady Einerson with an outstanding save, and now it's Lincoln trying to go coast to coast and get something going on the other end. Plays it back, another big chance. Rams bring a double team once again.
Goalie holding that stick, you know, can he get it down low? Can he get it up high? That time Einerson got that stick right up and blocked that shot.
Right. It's great awareness from him. And now it's Lincoln once again on the attack, driving central. Shoots, and it's just over. And it will be the Cardinals to pick it up. Here come Lincoln. Oh, nice movement offensively. Just wide.
This game has parts of baseball, hockey, soccer. Yet, you know, this is the true American sport.
Yeah.
When the Pilgrims and when the settlers came here, the Indians were playing lacrosse.
Yeah, lacrosse is a very historic sport, if you will. Been around for many ages, and now it's a shot. Ricochets off of the bar. Won't go. Wow.
30 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and the Rams are down 6-0.
Almost 7-0. That time it went off of the post, Dave.
Hit the post. That's always the extra defender, like in soccer.
Right.
The post is a defender.
Sometimes the post can help you out and it can ricochet inwards,
right.
But it's more times than not that it ricochets out. You know, the post isn't really on your side a majority of the time. Again, on top, your thoughts.
Let me give you the goal scoring because it's consistent all the way through.
There's a lot of it.
9:38 mark. Karsten Kurse with the first goal for Lincoln. Snevely came back with a goal of just over a minute later at the 8:17 mark. Snevely again at the 5:50 mark. That made it 3-0. Ben Lahamadou at the 4:10 mark, his first point of the night. Then Karsten Jacobson at the 3 mark. And the final goal, Snevely at the 2:03 mark for his hat trick and 6 goals. And again, what I've seemed to see is Lincoln wastes no time on offense. They
Absolutely.
Come down, set right up, run plays, run cutters through, and step out. They don't keep it back behind the net. Central Catholic seems more interested in setting up, and they get somebody behind the net and kind of let everybody get in their position. So this game is going faster for Lincoln.
Yeah, it seems like Lincoln's really dictating this match with their offense, as the scoreline clearly exemplifies. 6-0 the score. Right now, Lincoln pouring it on offensively. They've had numerous opportunities. Central Catholic, they've had a couple chances, but I think, as you mentioned, their biggest issue is that they're not quick enough. They have to be more on their toes and try to be more, and try to shoot it faster, because they're spending too much time.
Thanks for joining us here at Strasser Field at East Delta Park, Rural Oregon Sports Beat.
That's right. I'm Jack McArthur alongside Dave Hall. Oregon Sports Beat, bringing you some lacrosse.
Last night we brought you baseball, and Barlow beat Central Catholic 13-0. Tonight it's boys lacrosse. Tomorrow afternoon we'll be back here at Delta Park. We'll be on the softball fields, and it's Central Catholic and Nelson. The start time on that game is 4 o'clock. 3 different sports in 3 different days.
We do it all here at Oregon Sports Beat.
We do it all.
Wait till we start broadcasting curling.
And you've been doing some soccer. Curling might be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, I called the NPSL game a couple weekends ago. That was really fun to call. There's some crazy goals in that match.
They opened up a new training facility today. I think they opened it up.
Right.
And it's a training facility for the Portland Thorns and the new WNBA basketball team. They opened that in Hillsboro.
Right. And the WNBA team, their first season's next year.
It is.
One of these days they'll come up with the team name, right? Soon enough.
I forgot what the other NBA team was called. It might have been called
I think they were the Portland Fire.
That's it. They were the Fire.
They were on for a couple years.
Now we switched ends.
Right, switched ends. So now we got Lincoln with possession with a 6-0 lead as it stands. Whipping it around outside the perimeter. Continuous possession here for Lincoln. It's a ground ball. And now Lincoln picks it up until it goes out of bounds.
Rams with the ball. Send it in.
And now it's a ground ball once again. A little bit of a shove there. And
can't have ground balls in front of the net.
Right.
Gotta pick those up.
Oh, one player hits the deck. And referee blows his whistle. And the wind's definitely picking up now. 58 degrees. Tuesday, April 22nd, here at Strasser Field, part of the humongous Delta Park complex. Pretty beautiful complex.
The whole complex here, the softball fields, the soccer fields. This is a great place for sports.
Right. A little bit of a stoppage in play here.
Let me see what's going on.
Referees
Did we have a penalty? Do we have somebody in the penalty box over there for Lincoln?
I believe so. So it appears that there's a penalty against Lincoln, and the referee was having some words with the head coach there, Coach McCullough. Adrian McCullough in his 4th season as the head coach for the Cardinals. And now it's the Rams. Almost went out of bounds. And it does. It will be Lincoln possession. Wind's really picking up now. Big chance here for the Cardinals, trying to extend their lead. Goes all the way behind the goalie. Spins around a couple times, shakes off a defender, flicks it back. Now they're playing around the outside as they like to do.
For those of you that might be unfamiliar with lacrosse, who never had a lacrosse ball in your hand, it's more like a baseball than a tennis ball. Jack picked one up and thought, wow, this is pretty hard.
Right, yeah. Right before we were talking to the coaches earlier. Big chance here for Lincoln. Goes central. Flicks it on this left side. All the way in, a spin-around shot, and it's in for a goal. That's a beauty. That time for number 6, Lucas Garcia. Have yourself a day. His first goal of the evening. He gets on the score sheet, and you know what, Dave? For these Cardinals, their goal-scoring abilities, they're extremely widespread. They've scored, a bunch of different players have scored tonight for them.
Time on that, 10:04. Garcia's the guy we talked about before the game started. The game last week, he had 9 goals on 9 shots and an assist. So 9 goals, 9 shots. You can't get any better than that. Plus an assist, 10 points in the game. Wow.
Garcia makes it 7-0, and Lucas Garcia, he is a Cal Poly MCLA commit, so he will be playing club lacrosse at Cal Poly.
And that's 5 different goal scorers for Lincoln.
Right. A lot of versatility on this Lincoln squad. 5 different goal scorers, as you mentioned. They're getting everybody involved, Dave.
5, and that includes 3 by Snebley.
Right. That includes a first quarter hat trick.
Yep.
Another big chance. Oh, it's just ricocheted outside, and Lincoln pick it up again.
Ramirez Orozco that time diving across the net.
Yeah, what a save.
I think he got his stick on it deflected.
And now it's Lincoln with possession. This time it's Bristol. Bristol trying to work inside, plays it behind the keeper, Orozco. And now it's Lahamadou. Lahamadou scores.
Skip that one down low.
Lahamadou with a beautiful goal.
Second of the game for Benjamin Lahamadou.
And now we tied the 330 record, Dave. Make it 8-0.
Time on that, 9:17. That is 47 seconds since the last goal.
So Benjamin Lahamadou with his second goal of the evening. He is now officially tied with Mike Marcotte for the most points in Lincoln lacrosse history, Dave. Just one more and he has the record.
Well, he's got 33 minutes to do it.
Right. So 8-0 the score now. Lincoln with a comfortable lead in the second quarter as the sun is setting here in Portland. If you're just joining us, I'm Jack McArthur alongside Dave Hall. You're watching Oregon Sports Beat. Lacrosse action. It's the Columbia Division, and now it's the Rams on the attack. Big chance brewing. Wraps it around the goalie all the way inside, looking for some assistance. Shoots, and it's just a wide shot that time from number 1, August Lizotte.
Lizotte that time tried to skip it into the net. Went wide on the shot, wide right.
Another big opportunity. Now it's Ralph Schultz with possession. Schultz cross field finds Moscatello. And now it's McHale. McHale taking his time, contemplating what he wants to do here. Looks like he wants to spin off a defender. Lincoln brings 2, plays it forward. Trying to work inside now is Schultz once again. Unable to receive it. Ground ball. Flicks it forward for Schnurk. And it goes out of bounds to Lincoln. Here come the Cardinals on the attack. It's none other than Schnebley again, looking for a fourth. Schnebley lobs it across.
Whoa.
What a save that time.
And Carson Jacobson wound up like he was taking a baseball bat to that one.
Right. Big opportunity, and there is the record. Or no, not the record.
Nope.
That time it's Jacobson who scored. So Jacobson scores. We've got 9 goals here, Dave. Your thoughts so far?
And that's the second one for Jacobson.
Right. So he's one away from a hat trick as well. That one coming with 7:54 remaining in the second quarter.
So we have 3 goals by Snebley, 2 by Lahamadou, and 2 by Jacobson. That's 7 of the 9 goals. The other goals by Kirst and Garcia.
All right, make it 9-0. Lincoln on top. Another face-off. Battle for it. Central. Some contact. Flicked up that time. by Lincoln. This time it's Lucas Garcia. And now Cardinals just taking their time with this one. Trying to slow it down a little bit, it looks like. Trying to build something up on the offensive end. It's Schnebley again. Double teamed, but it doesn't matter. Double teamed and he still scores.
Fourth goal of the game for Schnebley.
Schnebley with his fourth, seeking more.
Are we going to have a double-digit goal scorer tonight?
It's possible.
That coming at 7:17, and by the way, that's 37 seconds after the last goal.
Right, so 2 goals in 1 minute for Lincoln as Schnebley gets his 4th goal of the evening, 10-0 the score. Speaking of double digits, Lincoln now with double digits in scoring in this match, Dave. Make it 10-0.
7 minutes, 7:17 left in the first half.
Another face-off. The Rams pick it up. Trying to spin off a defender. Blows by him. Entering the attacking third, cuts it back. That time it's Ty Newberry with it.
Good job that time on a spin move to get free down the right side.
Right. Newberry's going to come off. Some quick subs in Lacrosse. And now it's Jack Crayford with it. Crayford on the outside to Joe Denny. And now it's picked up by Sam Martin for the Rams. Martin working on Coletti. Inside now. Ricochets off of the bat of another Ram that time, and it will be out of bounds for the Cardinals. Trying to escape 2 defenders is Davenport. He's trying to go coast to coast here. Davenport.
Brady Einerson has had kind of a quiet night, hasn't he, in
Right.
goal for Lincoln?
Yeah, definitely. I'd have to agree with you there. And now it's Karsten Jacobson once again. Nice move, trying to spin off the defense. Flicks it forwards. And now it's Lahamadou with it once again, right behind the goalie. Trying to cut inside. That time, try to play to Jacobson, but he's unable to receive it there.
Keep in mind, Lahamadou doesn't need a goal to break the record. An assist gets him a point, so
That's right.
I thought he was going to wrap it around or send it out front that time, and we might have a record, but he's working hard.
He is, that's for sure. His first goal came with 9 minutes left in the first quarter. His second one came with 9:17 left in the second. Now there's 5:20 remaining in the second quarter. Lincoln on top 10-0, Dave. What a game. Here come the Rams. Wide right, goes out of bounds.
Anderson cut off the angle that time. That shot was wide.
Yep, starting goalie for Lincoln, it's Brady Einerson. And for the Rams, it's Adrian Ramirez Orozco.
Teams like goalies to be big, so they fill up the net like Ramirez Orozco for Central Catholic. But Einerson isn't that big.
He's really not that big. But you know what they say, heart over height, right?
Right.
Looks like he's got a lot of heart.
He's got skill, too, that's for sure.
Heart and skill, 2 things anybody can have and be fairly successful in any sport. Here come the Rams again on the attack. Plays it central. And now it's Joe Denny once again. Breaking inside Lincoln's defense. Curls inside. Goes across to Drew Newberry, who elects to play it forward to Schultz. Schultz on the attack, hits the brakes, flicks it back once again to Newbury. Now they're playing alongside the perimeter like it's a game of basketball, Dave.
Look how clogged up the middle is with Lincoln defenders.
Right. And now it's Joe Denny once again, trying to shake off the defense. Rams looking for their first goal of the evening. They trail 10-0. Here comes Central Catholic. It's Newbury once again. Finds Denny. As the sun is finally setting here. Denny with it. Unable to receive it that time is Newbury, and it goes out for Lincoln. So 3:32 left in this second period. 10-0 the score, Lincoln on top. Well, Dave, what stood out to you the most?
6 goals in the first period for Lincoln, 4 here in the second. We still have 3:30 left to go in the second.
Yeah, plenty of time for Lincoln to try to extend their lead and for Central Catholic to try to get themselves back into this match. Here come the Cardinals. This time Jacobson has possession.
Lahamadou got right in front of the net.
Right. Plays it inside. Lahamadou with possession once again, trying to evade some defenders. Couple circles. Lahamadou slowing down now, trying to brace himself for what he's about to do. Lahamadou with the spin move, trying to work inside. On the attack now. Crafting his way inside, whips it around. Big chance for Jacobson.
We haven't seen, so far in this match, we haven't seen any big outside shots.
Right.
Everybody's working right at the net.
And now it's Lahamadou once again. Rips it and scores.
And there is a new scoring record for Lincoln High School.
New scoring record for Lincoln High School, as you mentioned. Hats off to Benjamin Lahamadou, who is now the all-time points leader for Lincoln Lacrosse. Make it 331, Dave. That's a new record.
You know, and we don't lose sight in the record that that's also a hat trick for him in this game.
Right? How special is that, right? You get the record broken while also getting a hat trick. So Lincoln with 2 players that have hat tricks. The first hat trick was from Camden Schnebley, who has 4 goals now, so more than a hat trick now. And Benjamin Lahamadou, who is now the all-time points leader for Lincoln with 331, just passing 2012 Lincoln grad Mike Marcotte, who previously held the record with 330 points. Wow, history has been made here at Strasser Field, Dave.
Lahamadou with the hat trick, Schnebley with the hat trick. I'm sorry, Schnebley with 4, Carson Jacobson with 2. That's 9 of the 11 goals.
Yeah, lots of scoring happening here today. 2 hat tricks is unfathomable. And now it's Lincoln trying to build up the attack. Crosses the timeline. Big opportunity.
You know what, Jack? The Rams need a goal just for morale purposes at this point.
Absolutely.
And it's easy to score. You know, we've seen 10 goals in this half. Could the Rams get 10 in the second? Sure, but they need a starter.
They need a spark.
Yep, they need a spark.
And now it's Lahamadou working inside until he curls out.
Keep in mind, you're looking at the number 3 ranked team in the state. This is no fluke for Lincoln.
Carter Kirst plays it forward to Lahamadou once again. Behind Orozco, the goalie now, trying to work inside, playing behind the goalie.
Look how good he cuts and how good he rolls.
And it almost rolled in. Speaking of rolling, that one almost rolled past the line, Dave, and it's just outside. And Orozco jumps on it, and now the Rams get it back. With just 45 seconds left in this second period in the first half. And now it's Central Catholic on the attack again. Drops it, picks it right back up that time. It's Finley Weymouth. Weymouth with it, behind the goalie. Cuts it back, couple spin moves. He's only got 15 seconds to work with in this period.
Need to get a shot off.
Here come the Rams once again. No foul or penalty called, and now Lincoln clearing it all the way forward, trying to catch Orozco off guard, and he flicks it forward once again. And there's the horn. That's going to do it for the first half. 11-0 the score. Cardinals on top of the Rams. Super entertaining stuff. Dave, your biggest takeaways from that first half?
The big-time scorers have scored big time.
Big players make big plays.
Big plays.
Right?
5 goals for Lincoln in the second. We already told you about the goals in the first. Kurst, Snebley again, Lahamadou, Jacobson, and the hat trick for Snebley in the first. In the second, these are the goal scorers. Lucas Garcia at the 10:04 mark. Lahamadou at the 9:17 mark. That was his second goal. Jacobson, the 7:54 mark. That was his second goal. Snebley then with his 4th goal at the 7:17 mark. And then Lahamadou picks up his record-setting goal at the 2:16 mark. That was his 3rd. That's the 5 goals. That's the 11 total. That's our score, 11-0.
Yeah, 11-0 the score. We're going to take a quick break here. But when we come back, plenty more lacrosse to be played. 11-0 the score here at Strasser Field at Delta Park. You've been watching Oregon Sports Beat.
I'll take a penalty for this thing. Hey.
And that's going to do it for the first half. When we come back, plenty more lacrosse left to be played. Thank you for joining us. So it's like, okay, I guess it's theoretically speaking, it is a halftime, right? Yeah. But some people might just call it the end of the second period. Just depends on who you ask, probably. Unless the score is 13-13. What, like the Thunder beating the Grizzlies by 47 in Game 1? Or Anthony Edwards getting a fine for. Go ahead. Yeah, I think John Moran's kind of overrated. I think. Welcome back into Strasser Field at Delta Park. You're watching Oregon Sports Beat. I'm your play-by-play broadcaster, Jack McArthur, alongside my broadcast partner, Dave Hall. And you are watching 6A lacrosse action between the home team, Central Catholic Rams, and the visiting Lincoln Cardinal. 11-0 the current scoreline. Dave, your thoughts on that first half?
First, let me get set up here. First, this is frigid Delta Park.
Right, it's not warm. It's not warm Delta Park. It's frigid. It's spring.
Sun goes down here. The breeze starts to come off the Columbia River, and it gets chilly here. But thoughts on the first half? Lots of action, but it was all one-sided. Right.
Yeah, speaking of frigid, just to give you guys the temperature here, 58 degrees, but feels like 42. That's what I forgot to include in the weather app.
Right.
58, but feels like 42 or 43, maybe even 44. But yeah, no, pretty cold out here. But got my jacket on. You know, we're ready to go. Buckled in for this second half. Lincoln scored a lot in that first half, and another interesting tidbit for the broadcast. There's a record that was broke. Benjamin Lahamadou, entering this match, had 328 points in his high school career, and now he's got 331, and he broke Mike Marcotte's previous 330-point pass record, who is a 2012 Lincoln grad. Another really talented lacrosse player.
I'd like to see in the second half, Central Catholic open the game up, a little more speed, you know. When they get the ball, they get a rush coming forward, go at the net, get some shots off. Time to start shooting every time you get your hands there and get a shot, an open look at the goal.
Right, why not just rip one from distance, you know? Sometimes you just have to get a shot off, even if you have minimal space, just take their opportunity.
Neither team made a change in goal, so we got the same goals. Ready for the draw to start the second half, Jack?
Right, so we got this thing starting off in the second half, and looks like the Rams win it. So here comes Central Catholic. Lincoln brings the double, a shove, no foul called that time right in front of us. And Lahamadou picks it up. Ground ball once again. Another player hits the deck. This time referee does blow his whistle.
That was Jack Crayford in front of us and just kind of did a somersault.
And now it will be Rams possession all the way back to the goalie, Orozco. Ramirez Orozco, the goaltender. And now it's Central Catholic trying to alleviate the pressure. Nice interjection from Lincoln, trying to extend their lead. Lots of open space. Another big chance. Behind the goaltender now is Karsten Jacobson, who has 2 goals in this match, 2 of the 11. Right back to Jacobson. Jacobson on the attack, taking his time.
Notice Jacobson and Lahamadou switching back and forth, one deep, one inside. Now Lahamadou out in front.
Here he comes once again. Karsten Jacobson. Cuts it back. A wraparound. Tried to get a shot off. Pretty good defense from the Rams. A shove. And referee throws the flag. It will be a penalty against Central Catholic. Here come Lincoln once again. This time it's Schnebley, who has a hat trick.
He actually has 4.
4, that's right. A hat trick and a third. Almost 2 hat tricks in one game. Just 2 more, and he's got a double hat trick. And now it's Davenport on the attack. Big chance.
Do you know why 3 goals is called a hat trick?
I do not, actually.
It came from ice hockey, the Detroit Red Wings. When they would score a player would score a 3rd goal, all the fans threw their hats down on the ice.
Interesting. What year? Do you know what year it was?
40s.
It originated in the 40s. Wow. It's your daily sports fact of the day there. That's actually one that I didn't know, so that's cool. Referee raises his arm. Substitution for the Cardinals. This time it's Carter Kirst entering the match, who scored a goal in the 3rd minute for Lincoln. Kirst plays it back. Now they're centralizing the play towards Schnebley, who finds Jacobson. Whips it inside. Big chance, and it's just over the bar. Too strong on that attempt, Dave.
A backhand shot. It was really a great shot. Just pulled it and pulled it to the right.
And now it's Lincoln still retaining possession. If you're just joining us, you're watching Oregon Sports Beat. I'm Jack McArthur alongside Dave Hall. 11-0 the score. Lincoln on top of the Central Catholic Rams.
The longest we've gone in this game, Jack, without a goal was 5 minutes, from the 7-minute mark to the 2-minute mark last quarter.
Here comes Kirst once again to Schnebley. Right back to Kirst. Playing keep away, seems like at this point. Here come Lincoln. This time it's Lahamadou, who has a hat trick and the new record. Plays it inside. Oh, what a save.
What a pass from Lahamadou to Schnebley.
Yeah, Schnebley almost with a goal there, but it was a phenomenal save from Ramirez Orozco. Ground ball now, bouncing around. Cutting it back, this time is Ty Newberry. Gets hit in the back, hits the deck. No call. And now it's Liam Casey on the attack. Casey wavering towards that far sideline. And now it's Schultz with it.
Substitutions on the fly as the Rams make 3 substitutions.
Right. Schultz. Schultz with it once again here. Loses control of it, picks it right back up. Defended by Davies. Plays it across, right behind the goaltender's net now. Big chance. In the middle. And now Lincoln picks it up on the attack. Bouncing around. And now Central Catholic with it. This time it's McHale. McHale crosses the halfway line. Entering the attacking third, McHale. Flicks it back. To
Jack, I'm really impressed with the defense for Lincoln. Of course, they've not given up a goal in Lacrosse, and that's a significant event, but they've packed the middle in right in front of the net, and it's going to be really hard to score.
Yeah, right now, pretty solid defense. Oh, almost a goal there. Bounced it just wide left. Tried to go for the goal off the bounce, but
Heinerson got his stick up that time and deflected that. That was a great awareness by him.
Yep. And now it's the Rams with it again. Hits the deck. That time is Jack Crayford, and it goes out of bounds. It will be Lincoln possession.
Jack Coletti right in front of us, number 1.
Rather, Davenport, 11, I believe. Flicks it forward to Lalovic. Lalovic to Lahamadou. Working behind the goaltender. Spins around. Curling inside is Lahamadou. Big chance. And he scores again. 4th of the evening from Benjamin Lahamadou.
I'm not sure what happened to Ramirez Orozco. It almost looked to me like he tripped trying to spin around and fell down, and the ball went in. That's the 4th goal of the game for Lahamadou.
So 2 players with 4 goals. First one that cracked 4 was Camden Schnebley, and the second man to crack 4 was Benjamin Lahamadou. So 8 goals between those 2 players. An extremely powerful offensive showcase from Lincoln here today, Dave.
That coming at the 6:30 mark. 4 goals for Schnebley, 4 goals for Lahamadou, 2 for Jacobson. That's 10 goals from those 3 players.
Another draw.
And back-to-back goals by Lahamadou.
And here come Lincoln again, looking for their 13th. Wide left.
Did you see how they came right in on goal and let that fly rather than set anything up?
Straight down Broadway. And that time a player hits the deck. That time Newbury is the player that fell. Gets right back up on his feet. Newbury working again. And now a chance for Central Catholic. Oh, tried to bounce it in, and it's over the bar. That time out of bounds.
Hit that one into the ground as hard as he could, hoping it would bounce up in the net. And actually, Einerson had to stick up and deflected it over the top. Great play by the goalie.
Another chance for Central Catholic. Behind in the area now. Whipping it around. This time it's Martin. Trying to find Schiernick. Schiernick with it again. Dylan Schiernick. Trying to Euro step past the defender. And it's intercepted by Lincoln with that long stick. Oh, what a fake. Now they're going to switch the field all the way on the other end.
Finn Davies, the long stick midi, number 2.
Right. What a pass forwards. This time it's Schnebley again.
You think maybe Lahamadou and Schnebley got a little rivalry going?
Yeah, I think they do. They're like, who's going to break that five-goal barrier first?
Right.
You know, who's going to do it?
Right.
Is it you? Is it me?
Right.
I'm not sure.
No.
And I'm not sure either because they're both outstanding players.
If it's me, I'm saying I'm going to do it.
Right. Switching the field now are the Cardinals. And this time it is Jack Coletti. Going all the way back, and they switch it again and find Davies. Another long stick midi. Referee blows his whistle. And it's going to be offsides. So the Lincoln turns it over, and now Central Catholic with it.
3:38 left to go in the third. 12, or I'm sorry. Is that right? 12? 12 to nothing?
Yeah,
yes.
12-0, 3:30 left in the third period.
6 goals in the first, 5 in the second, 1 here in the third.
Central Catholic on the attack. Going behind the goaltender now. Some stutter steps. Try to do a wraparound shot just wide. And it's cleaned up by Lincoln. Flicks it to Einerson, the goalie, who plays it up to Davenport. And here comes another chance brewing. Plays it back. Curling around is Kirst. And now it's Lahamadou in control once again. He breaks inside. Lost control of it for a second. And now the Rams looking to break with the counter. Evades a couple defenders, spins off of them. Outstanding work here. This time from Lucien McHale. Hits the deck hard.
We got a flag,
and
too.
It will be a flag.
I think he signaled a cross-check.
Yeah, cross-check that time. Can't do that.
And
so
it's number 6, Lucas Garcia.
So Lucas Garcia going off for a penalty. So Rams will have a power play here, Dave.
Only 1:52 left to go here in the third. 12 to nothing.
So a cross check that time from Garcia.
He'll take a seat in the sin bin.
He will take a seat. Sin bin.
Well, that's what they call the penalty box in hockey.
Yeah, I was going to say, do they call it, did that originate from hockey?
Yeah,
I was going to say.
The sin bin.
Well, to the sin bin Garcia goes.
And now it will be continuous play here. Momentarily, referee's got his arm up. So Rams playing with a man up now, trying to use that to their advantage with just less than a minute remaining in this third period. 12-0 the score.
They'll work it around the outside. I'd like to see them make some cuts in towards the middle.
Got to get a shot off soon. And now it's the Rams with it once again. This time it's Schultz. Schultz thought about the shot, lays it off to Lizotte. Here comes Schultz again. Schultz lost control of it, and now it's Lizotte again. Crayford working in the middle.
Let it
nice
fly.
Fake. Oh, and it's just wide left for Crayford. Jack Crayford, the captain, unable to score that time.
He was just offline, shot that a little bit high to the left.
Rams have 10 seconds left in this third period. Big chance. Oh, what a save that time from Einerson.
Got his stick up and got that.
And that's referee actually blows his whistle, so the clock stopped momentarily. And looks like.
Did we take a timeout with 1 second left to go?
I think they did. There's a timeout. So timeout called with just sub 2 seconds remaining, and it feels like sub-zero with this weather. Doesn't it, Dave?
You know, I was thinking earlier when we were talking about hat tricks, the players throwing them things down on the ice. I want to tell you about one of the spectacles in sport. This is a little bit off of lacrosse, and it's Teddy Bear Night at the Winterhawk game.
I have heard of that.
And it's in December, and what they have a game. And when the first Winterhawk scores a goal, the fans throw teddy bears out onto the ice, and they've had as many, I think they've had as many as 15,000 teddy bears.
That's a lot of teddy bears.
It takes them, an hour to get them all off the ice.
At least an hour.
It's a spectacle. I love it.
Yeah, I've never attended obviously I've attended a Winterhawks game. I've never attended a game where they've had the teddy bear toss, but I have seen videos of it online. So one of these days I'll have to go.
They used to have another one that was called the Dash for Cash, where they put $10,000 out on the ice and then let fans come out and try to scoop it up.
That is crazy. That just sounds wild.
My favorite spectacle in sports is in the 1954 Major League Baseball game when Bill Veeck, who owned the Cleveland Indians, sent a midget up to bat.
Interesting.
And he walked on 4 pitches. The commissioner of baseball then banned him the next day. Can't do that.
I guess not. 6 seconds left, Dave. So they add on 4.5 seconds to the clock. It was at 1.5 seconds. So 6 seconds remaining in this third period as Lincoln decided to call a timeout. So they'll have just under 10 seconds left in this third period to get something going. If you're the Rams, as you mentioned, they're still searching for that spark. They're trying to ignite their team.
I wonder what the defensive teammates for Einerson think at this point in time. Can we get our goalie a shutout?
Yeah. And that's going to do it for the third period. 12-0 the score. Lincoln Cardinals on top. Still without conceding a singular goal in this match thus far. Really interesting stuff. Dave, your takeaway from that third period?
Well, 1 goal that period. We had 6 in the first, 5 in the second, 1 in that.
A little underwhelming, if you will.
Well, Central Catholic did a better job of defense, and
right.
Ramirez Orozco looked pretty good in goal. But this isn't about defense only. You got to score to win, and Rams at this point in time are down 12, so it would take something special to pull this game back out. But a better effort in the third period, only giving up 1 goal.
Right.
And, of course, they gave it up to Lahamadu, who got his 4th.
Right. Defense can keep you in games, but offense wins you games.
Right.
So if you're Central Catholic, you got to start scoring sooner than later. I mean, they still have 12 whole minutes.
Right. Nobody won a soccer game or a baseball game, nothing.
Right. That's right. So 12-0 the score. Rams still seeking their first goal of this match.
I'm going out on a limb. Rams are going to get a goal.
Okay. In what minute?
Late.
Late? I think that they'll get a goal with 5 minutes left in the fourth.
Okay.
Do you think it's going to be later than that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll see how good we are at just seeking the future out. Being psychic, if you will. And this fourth period is set to face off here shortly with this draw. As the lights are on now, the sun's down, the wind is fully on for sure.
You can see the flag down at the end, straight out.
Right. And here comes the commencement of the fourth period between Lincoln and Central Catholic. Central, the home team. And it's a draw in favor of the Cardinals. Here come Lincoln once again on the attack. Opportunity brewing for Davenport. Davenport finds McCall. All the way across. This time to Jacobson.
And he's a goal short of a hat trick.
Right. Jacobson sitting on 2 goals in this match. Jacobson tosses it off to Davenport. Right back to Jacobson in that center circle. Just briskly jogging around the field is Jacobson. And now he's going to do something on the attack. Here comes Jacobson. Flicks it back to McCall. McCall to Schnebley, who has 4 goals this evening. Schnebley.
Think of it, Schnebley had 3 of them in the first quarter.
Right, and there's an assist for Schnebley and another goal for Lincoln. Make it 13-0. That time, it was Ryder Rice with the goal. Or rather, it was Schnebley with the goal.
Schnebley get that one, number 10?
I believe it was Schnebley.
Okay.
Yeah? Yeah, okay.
What'd she say?
She said Schnebley or Jacobson. Oh, Schnebley to, okay, so it was Jacobson with the goal after clarification there. It was Schnebley to Jacobson, so assist from Schnebley, goal by Jacobson.
And that is a hat trick for Carson.
And that's a hat trick for Carson Jacobson, his 3rd of the evening, so make it 3 hat tricks for 3 different players.
Lahamadou with 4, Schnebley with 4, Jacobson with 3, 11 goals.
Wow. 13 goals on the game.
The other goals, Karsten Kurst and Lucas Garcia.
Right. And now it's Ryder Rice with it.
We want to thank the fans who are sitting here and helping us out.
Absolutely. we need all the help we can get. That's for sure. Lincoln on the attack once again. Going central now to Winter Frisch.
And by the way, now Lincoln has scored, of course, in every quarter.
Right. Flicks it forward. This time it's Lahamadou who finds Jacobson again.
Oh, we're going to get Jacobson to 4 goals?
We could. I believe Jacobson and Lahamadou both have 4, correct?
I don't know how many assists each one of those
Right.
have either, although we do know Schnebley assisted on that last
That's
goal.
right. Winter Frisch with it. Plays it forward. Big chance. Oh, and he cuts it back. Spin around move from Jacobson. Oh, and he cuts inside.
Shoot it.
Shoots
Does
and
it go
scores.
Guess what?
Jacobson right there. A soul read from Dave. Predicted that one. And that's 5 goals for...
No, 4 goals for Jacobson,
Yeah.
4 goals for Lahamadou, 4 goals for Schnebley.
So that time, Schnebley with another one, make it 14-0.
Let's go, Karsten.
Those goals were 2 minutes apart. 10:32 and 8:30 to time on the 2 goals for Jacobson. He now has 4.
That time I thought it was Schnebel. Was it Jacobson that last time?
Yes.
Yep.
Like I said, that's 4 goals for 3 different players.
Wow. Another draw. This time the Rams pick it up. Ground ball received by Owen Donegan. Clash forward in the middle. And now the Cardinals pick it up.
By the way, just a disclaimer, the stats that Jack and I have, these are unofficial. We're not the official scorekeepers. But
yeah, we're the official broadcasters, just not the official scorekeepers.
If we made a mistake on anything, we apologize. But
that's right.
But the numbers are big, and I think we've got it right.
Jacobson. He's got a lot of goals, and there's other players that have a lot of goals too in this match. 14-0 the score. Lincoln with a commanding lead with 6:45 left in this match. If you're just joining us, you're watching 6A boys lacrosse action between the Lincoln Cardinals and the Central Catholic Rams. I'm Jack McArthur alongside my broadcast partner, Dave Hall, here at Delta Park, Strasser
Think of this,
Field.
Jack. We're talking about these 3 players with 4 goals.
Right.
And in a game just a week or so ago, Garcia had 9.
Which is just an
Lucas
inconceivable amount of goals to have in a game. On the attack now, and there's another goal, this time from Lahamadou. Have yourself a night, Benjamin Lahamadou.
5 goals for Lahamadou.
Make it 5 for him. He's one away from half a dozen. So Lahamadou scores to make it 15-0 with just under 6 minutes remaining in this match, Dave.
Think of this, too. Lahamadou has scored in every quarter.
Wow.
Schnebel got his 4 goals in the first and the second. Jacobson got a goal in the first, a goal in the second, and 2 in the fourth. Lahamadou got a goal in the first, second, third, and fourth.
Another draw once again. Plenty of scoring in this match. 15-0. More than a dozen goals collectively, Dave, but almost half a dozen for Lahamadou as he has 5.
Jack, I did a baseball game last night. The final score in the game was 13-0. Now I'm doing a lacrosse game at 15-0.
Right. Impressive stuff.
Gotta get it in, Keaton.
And that's going to be a offensive turnover. So turnover, and Rams pick it up. Here come the Rams on the attack. This time it's Newbury.
We passed your 5-minute mark for the Rams getting a goal. I think 3 minutes is the time for the Rams. Although defense is going to tighten up because they're going to try to get that shutout for Einerson.
Well, I think that you're better at guessing the future, predicting the future than I am. That's for sure. It's not an easy thing to do, you know. Here come the Rams. Going central now is Schiernick. Here comes Central Catholic. Curling inside is Denny. Flicks it. A curl shot just wide left for Jack Crayford, the captain.
Jack, I think Lincoln has changed goalies. Einerson is 4, and I don't think that's 4 that's in goal.
Looks like 27. So the new goalie for Lincoln is Tyler Spate.
Yep, that's right.
As it looks like their starting goalie, Adrian Ramirez-Orozco, is done for the night.
No, starting goalie is Einerson.
You're right.
Ramirez-Orozco is
right. So Adrian Ramirez-Orozco for the Rams still in, and as you mentioned, new goalie for Lincoln. So no more Brady Einerson, but instead it is
Tyler Spate.
Rather Tyler Spate for the Cardinals. Right. Sorry for that confusion there. And now it is.
You know, although they look alike, Einerson and Spate look alike.
Right.
Both. we're under 3 minutes left to go.
Under 3 minutes to go. Another substitution. And now the Cardinal have it near center field. It's Tyler Moore with it.
And they're making changes on the fly. Expect to see a lot of new players in here.
Right. Bristol. Bristol finds Davenport. Davenport trying to curl inside. Rather Frisch now.
Winter Frisch in the game, number 0.
Right, Lucas Garcia now finds Bristol. Rayleigh Bristol with it. Zooms past McHale. Trying to work inside. Here he is again. Ground ball picked up by the Rams on the attack now, trying to go coast to coast.
We're under 2 minutes.
Now it's Owen Donegan trying to go coast to coast, finds Denny until it goes out in favor of the Cardinals. So Cardinals catch a break there and it goes out of bounds. Lincoln possession. 1:35 remaining, 15-0 the score. Lincoln on top here at Strasser Field inside the Delta Park Complex in Portland, Oregon. Referee raises his arm and blows his whistle. So now we're good to play once again. It's Central Catholic possession as they trail by 15 with just a minute remaining. And it's a good save that time from Tyler Spate.
You know, got in the game and makes a great save here in just under a minute.
Right, 50 seconds remaining now. Here come the Cardinals on the attack. Big opportunity, and it's ricocheted wide.
And you saw him coming in on goal with that long stick.
Right, Jacobson picks it up, however. And now it's Lincoln still with possession. Jacobson all the way around. Working in the middle. Carson Jacobson's got 4 goals today, looking for a 5th. Just 10 seconds remaining. Jacobson with it. Trying to spin off of a defender. Just seconds remaining. And Lincoln are going to get the shutout, Dave. 15-0 the final. Victory for the Cardinals as they triumphantly celebrate. And that's going to do it. 15-0 the final. Lincoln's going to move to 9-2 on the season. Rams now 6-3. What a game. Dave, your thoughts?
More importantly, Cardinal now remain undefeated in the Columbia Conference at 3-0, and Rams fall to 1-2, but just a total victory for the Lincoln Cardinal, both on offense, a shutout on defense, great play from their scorers. Mentioned Lahamady with 5 goals, Jacobson with 4 goals, and Snebley with 4 goals. Between those 3 big scorers, that's 13 of the 15 goals. And Lincoln scored in every quarter, 6 in the first, 5 in the second, 1 in the third, and 3 in the fourth. Those goals in the fourth, 2 by Jacobson, 1 at the 10:30 mark, 1 at the 8:30 mark, and then Lahamady with the last goal of the game at the 6:04. So an all-around great win for the Lincoln Cardinal and head coach McAlolid.
Yeah, great win for them. My first time ever calling lacrosse. Really intriguing stuff. I've had a great time calling this one. Definitely a outstanding victory. The second shutout of the season for Lincoln. Their last game, they won 23-0.
Couple of housekeeping things. Want to thank all of our crew tonight. Alva, our engineer, Steve also down there.
Right.
Jeanette working for us. Ryan Johnson, around
the producer.
Our producer.
Yep.
Want to remind everybody we're Oregon Sports Beat. Go to OregonSportsBeat.com. We have our calendar up. We have a game tomorrow night here at Delta Park on the softball fields. It'll be at 4 o'clock. It'll be Mount Hood Conference rivals, Central Catholic and Nelson. So join me tomorrow night for that softball game. And Jack, final thoughts?
Final thoughts, really resounding stuff here. I mean, shout out to Lincoln for this dominant victory, 15-0. You also got to give credit to Benjamin Lahamadou, who broke the all-time points record. Now he's got 331 for Lincoln, breaking the 2012 Lincoln grad Mike Marcotte, who had 330 points. Just absolutely phenomenal stuff, and congratulations to him for breaking that record.
Think of that. In a 4-year high school career, 330 times you put the ball either in the net or got it to somebody who did. Those figures are staggering.
Absolutely staggering stuff. Real quick, just to preview both of these teams' future games. For Central Catholic, they are going to be playing against Ida B. Wells at Ida B. Wells High School in just 2 days, this Thursday at 8 p.m. for the Rams. And for the Lincoln Cardinals, their next game is going to be against Grant at Central Eastside on the 24th on Thursday. So both these teams playing this Thursday, and I had a really fun time calling this game. Central Catholic going to go to 6-3 on the season. Lincoln going to 9-2. Lincoln gets the victory, 15-0 here at Strasser Field at Delta Park. I've been Jack McArthur alongside Dave Hall. You've been watching Oregon Sports Beat. Shout out to the coaches real quick, to head coach for Lincoln, Makalalad, and for the Rams, head coach Dave Sanford, for speaking to us. Like, once again, shout out to the whole technical crew. And any other thoughts, Dave?
That pretty much does it. And again, a big win for Lincoln as they stay near the top of the Columbia Conference in the OHSLA standings.
Right, I've been Jack McArthur alongside Dave Hall. 15-0 the final. Lincoln gets the victory over Central Catholic. You've been watching Oregon Sports Beat. Until next time, thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great night, everybody.